Well, the All-Star content has finally come to an end last night, but today we have the new All-Star program alongside, for whatever reason, a completely new thing. Weekend Classic starts today, and they released a new updated calendar, so we'll get all the stuff that is coming out in the next few days here. Well, basically the next week or so. So stick around for that. All that being said, let's leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Stay up to date on everything going on here. Hopefully the mic issues are gone. There's an update with OBS, so every time that happens, this thing decides not to work. So we're gonna try to work with it, and hopefully nothing screws it up. So let's jump into it. Let's get through all of it because there's a good amount of stuff, and also one of the best cards I've seen in a while is here. Okay, so starting off today here, Weekend Classic begins today and runs through the 29th. 99 overall, Mike Napoli and Corbin Burns. Sweet Mother Mercy. We'll take a look at those guys in a second. Play through the Conquest, unlock Team Affinity, all that, home run derbies, and all that stuff. So on the other side here, let me turn off my camera here. Next Friday, we have a live show, Weekend Classic and 8th Inning. Continuing, Gunnar Henderson takeover program also that week as well. The 27th, we have what does it say? Program collection and Diamond Quest, and then more Legends and Flashbacks collection also the 27th. So every 6 weeks or so. I heard somebody else talking about it, so they figured that was the date. I guess it's the date. So make sure you're collecting cards and making sure you're getting a lot of stuff done. There have been an absolute metric ton of programs. I think that's part of it, is them wanting to kind of get the ball moving on that, but that's definitely going to help, because all the stuff that we just got is going to be in that new one, and all the ones you have done you can just use. So it should be a little bit easier as you're going along, at least like the ones with the hard cards. Not so much now, but nevertheless. And it does look like there is even June Player of the Month stuff, because I see Cody Bellinger there. So let's jump into this. I want to start off with the stuff that came last night, because that's kind of the bigger stuff here. So this is the 2025 All-Star program. In this program, you get the stuff and some of the other things. I'm going to cough really. Sorry about that. Get the Batskin banner, socks, all that stuff. And then you get a draft card here. Mason Novell here, 93, 109, 92, 107. Decent fielding, decent speed. Can probably play center field if you need it. But again, we're not necessarily looking at these draft cards to fill roster spots here per se. But they're definitely going to be good for, as I've said all along, for what, chat? For theme teams. So this will help you with the theme team depending on kind of how cards go. This will be a good 95 base. Next up, Andrew Abbott, another red. He has here. Let me turn this off here. Boom. Okay. He has a 4-seam, circle change, slurve, sweeper, and a cutter. Again, not necessarily the greatest in terms of pitching stuff. The clutch is 125, and I did parallel amongst those using him for missions. Not a bad lefty. Again, we're talking about helping theme teams. This card is a definite theme team helper. Scrolling down here, we get an Isaac Paredes, whatever. Isaiah Paredes, Isaac Paredes. I think it's Isaiah. Whatever. It's Paredes. 105, 112, 110, 80, 82, 110 for the third baseman. He can play multiple positions, first and second as well. Again, he's a 96. Better third baseman, I would say Chipper Jones is probably the best third baseman here, because I love that card. Swing is like butter. So he's here as well, 96 overall, totally for free. Scrolling down the list here, Kyle Tucker. This was leaked last night, and by golly, G. Effin Willikers. Look at the size of this man. 110, 100 versus right. 100, 102 versus left. Vision, 100. Discipline, 100. Clutch, 102. Can steal. He's got 99 steal and 53 speed. How about that? Can play right field. Good card. He's a 98. He's going to stick in lineups for a good minute until someone replaces him, but this is one of those better cards. We get the Premier Pack. You get 3 players, so you get a chance at all these guys right here. Next up, last but not least, the Beer League softball champion himself, Kyle Schwarbaum's here. 115, 125, 120, 125. Welcome to everyone's DH for the foreseeable future, because good God. And they made him free. He's not a collection. You just have to complete the program. And you get this guy. Yeah, he can only play left field. Can't really play left field all that well. But hey, we have a DH spot. Stick him there. This guy's going to hit taters. It's not even fair. He's free. Yeah, he's here. He's going to do dirty things to a baseball. So that is that program. Just sort of do all these missions here. We talked about this last night or yesterday's video. Let's talk about the new Spotlight stuff. I wasn't sure this was coming. I wasn't sure how the week was going to break down. So they're not missing a beat. I guess now they'll be on time again. Who knows? First up here is Brian Bello. Strikes up 10 in his first career complete game victory. Sinker, sweeper, four-seam, circle change, cutter. Again, not necessarily looking for like grandiose stats here. But they're decent enough. Again, we talked about theme team help. He's definitely one of those theme team cards. Stats aren't that great, but on a theme team with him being a little bit boosted, I think he'll look pretty good. Again, probably not necessarily rotation worthy per se, but I think in a pinch he might be because he does have sinker cutter. So there's value in that. The next one up here is Lawrence Butler. Two home run game, includes first leadoff inside the park home run since 43. 106, 108 versus right, 80, 99 versus left, clutch 100. His vision's a little low. Speed's very average. Sorry. Fielding's okay, but again, talk about theme team cards. Another one. He's a theme team card. I can't really say much about that. However, we get some other goodies here. We got a Jose De Paula in here for some reason. Jose De Paula earned future game All-Star MVPs with the clutch 3-run homer for the National League. He had a gold card. I think the gold card was pretty good from what I remember. 101, 92 versus right. 115, 109 versus left. Vision 79, clutch 112, which is what we like. Decent fielding durability, our favorite stat. Decent speed. All that stuff. Should be a fun free dime you're going to get along the way. Now let's talk about the Jude Spotlight drop too. So the next one up, again, good old Nick Kurtz here. 115, 118, 84, 86 for leading the AL in home runs. RBI weighted runs created plus. Geez, WRC plus. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can play first and right. Pretty decent card here if you can pull him as a 98 out of the pack. He's going to be, I don't know if unless to be pricey, he may not be. Who I couldn't tell you. These cards are kind of getting weird now. Next up, Lucas Giolito, 4 pitches, 4-seam, circle change, slider, and a curveball here. He could be in there. He went 5-1 and posted a 0.7 ERA. So this card is kind of gross. For the 4 pitches is a little weird for me. I kind of like having a 5th one, to be honest with you, but that's why it's pretty good. If you pull him, I wouldn't complain too much. Now, these cards, I probably would complain at least a little bit. Starting off here with Patrick Bailey for a walk-off inside the park home run. 101 contact, 90 power versus right, 77, 60 against left for Patrick Bailey. Great fielding catcher. He might sneak in there if he wants some extra back fielding back there. Cam Schillinger gets his first rookie call-up, number 10 prospect, loses, logs first win and debut, 4-seam slider, curve, sweeper, and a sinker. Again, nothing really extravagant here, but again, talk about theme team cards. He's a definite theme team card. Putting that out there. And the last one here is Brandon Young. He throws an immaculate inning in his first fires the 5th immaculate inning in Orioles history. 4-seam curve, splitter, cutter, circle change. Again, not looking for necessarily for stunning stats out of these cards. But again, theme team cards, you're definitely going to have a plethora and a choice of them there. So those are all the pack cards. Next up, 98 Cody Bellinger. Holy crap, Pola. I think name alone, I'm excited. 118, 94, 110, 103. Clutch is 117. Vision's good. Disciplines, we don't talk about it. Good arm, good fielding. And a 98. We talk about the days of disgusting Bellingers. I don't know if the days are back, you ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to say this. This card's not too shabby. He's free. He's a 98. We're entering that phase, guys, where this stuff's going to get good. And this card's definitely going to be one of the better ones. So again, I suggest you get this thing. How moments, you get all these moments here. Drop 2 stuff here just by playing. There are some stat missions here as well. The optional stuff. Where was it? There's an extreme moment. What's the extreme moment? First player to history to record a 3-homer game against his former team. Bad News Belger, recreate this sort of thing. On Hall of Fame, just hit 3 big dick dingers. I thought there were. I guess they took. Oh no, they didn't change. So these missions are way easier now. 2 home runs with Paula, 8 total bases with Butler, 3 inning pitches with Bello, and then 750 combined XP with it. After these moments, there's 3, 6, 7. So you're getting 21 points there, which I think yields you both cards. So you get both of these cards. So just take them into your conquest thing and just throw them in there to get. Shouldn't be too difficult. to get those things done as well. So again, it's a lot happening today, so they're taking the rest of the week off, I assume, which is fine. I think it's been a long week for everyone here. Making sure they didn't shadow drop anything. Doesn't look like they did. Billy Williams is still there. So that's all of that. I guess the thing to keep an eye on is in 11 days. Is that a Sunday they're doing that? So on Hall of Fame Sunday, they're dropping stuff. Last year, I do want to quickly comment on this. Last year, the program stuff, that's how you got them. There were 3 separate Hall of Fame programs for the 3 guys got in. So Helton, Beltray, and Maurer. I don't know if they're going to do that this year with them. If they do a collection, I'm going to be slightly annoyed. But if they are just the 2 separate the 2 or 3 programs, I don't know if they're going to put Dick Allen in it. They did get him, so it wouldn't surprise me. But those 2 will be in there. I totally forgot about looking at those weekend classic cards. That's on me. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can find them. So we had a prime one and an awards one. Let's see here. Let's go to, which one are we going to get to first? Prime awards. He might not even be here yet, honestly, because he was 99. No, they haven't discussed. Oh, there he is. Here's the 99 Corbin Burns. Just the record, the prices will probably drop at some point. So if you don't get him right off rip, don't worry. I don't think he's necessarily. All right, we'll see. For his Cy Young card, cutter, sinker, slurve, circle, change, slider. Not too shabby there. It's not as stellar as I probably would like it to be, but not too bad. Again, he's inflated right now. His price will drop as time goes on. All of them have. I remember somebody talking about Corbin Burns just being seen a lot, so his cards kind of feel a little different. I don't necessarily think that's true, but I get the idea. Kind of like Kershaw in a way. I think people have compared it to. So that's interesting. Looking at where the prime cards. Where are the prime? Oh, prime. There we go. Prime. This card's going to be gross. I already know it. Mike Napoli. Yep. It's gross. Mike Napoli, Angels catcher, stored in there. 100, 112, 120, 120 versus left. The card's going to be gross. He should be way more than that. He's going to be gross. I don't care that he can't catch the goddamn baseball. This guy's hitting balls into the stratosphere. Card's gross. I just want to see, did he drop? Yeah, so by the way, like the cards that were like last time, so the prime McCutcheon is now 10K, is 10. Same thing with Andrew Miller. He's disgusting, and they're cheap. So if you haven't finished this collection, now's definitely the time to do it, because those 2 cards are going to be cheaper than dirt. Same thing here. I don't think I mentioned this for, where's it, Milestone? Where's Milestone? There it is. So like the Grady Sizemore here. Yeah. So just I'm throwing that out there. They keep an eye on these cards, sort of look back and see what these cards are, because their prices just plummet into the abyss as things go on here. Same thing with like this card, like Alfonso Soriano now. 7,000. So you can pick up a lot of these cards now for very, very cheap if you wait it out. I just want to remind everyone of that, because I think people forget. And also, too, let's just make sure here. I just want to make sure they didn't do anything. No, okay, 4. So they might have something a little bit. I thought they'd drive something. They didn't. But that, I think, is everything. Oh, by the way, I was looking at this, too, because I was curious because I only need 3 cards. All these cards have bottomed out to under 10K. Even like the most expensive one, like Jazz, is 7. So if you want to get Bobby Grich, you can get him fairly cheap. Everything's kind of dropping in price, because again, one thing I talked about and I said would probably happen, it would be the drop of like expensive cards. Like Aaron Judge has dropped steadily to now he's 260. He's in the 200,000s. Shohei Ohtani's dropping. He's now at 390 because the other 99s of them are out. So if you're kind of still waiting for everything, now's a really good shot to start saving again. Jose Ramirez is dropping because he has a 99. What I kind of said would happen, so if you're kind of a handful of cards behind, this is the time where I would say clench up and close up the stubs for now and kind of wait to get some of these higher end cards, because they are going to be starting to get kind of affordable like they have in years past. So just a note there that a lot of the cards that are keeping you from the collections are very much coming down in price, not necessarily in a fast manner by any stretch of the imagination, but your Jose Ramirez is back down to 94 on a sell now, which I would suggest you do. So now you're kind of looking, instead of like 1 million stubs, you're looking at 500,000, maybe 600,000 stubs. And I'm sure they're going to continue to drop like they always kind of do at the end here. So if you're not done, don't worry. It looks like the patience, or at least the not pulling of good cards is definitely making its way to even. So those are all the new and fun things that came out today. Again, it doesn't look like we have much of anything till next week, which is perfectly valid. It was a long week for everyone at the studio, so take a break. There's a lot of content out there to do. Get some time to get ready. And again, as next week comes along, we'll talk about getting cards and programs and stuff ready for the final or the new big thing. So hopefully you can kind of run your way into Ted Williams and all that stuff as things go along. But with all that being said, my name is Specs, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.